Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video, and today we are taking on the new Cell Max missions, and I'm pretty much determined to just say this Piccolo team is ridiculous, and I'm going to be posting a bunch of videos of this pretty much exact same team just busting up the entire game. Like, this team is crazy. And so in this mission, what we're completing is we're completing the mission for having a full superhero squad, and then also getting it done within 5 turns. This pretty much exemplifies why people are now, like at first people are like, yeah, Piccolo might be top 3, maybe top 5, and now people are kind of unanimously like, yeah, he's the best unit in the game, and I agree with that, and that's kind of what I was sensing from him, because I feel like the big thing early on that people were just not realizing with this guy on paper was how good this transformation mode was going to be. And I said it in another video, but this kind of exemplifies why Dokkan has been afraid to make giant form transformations good. Because the big complaint we've always had is, yeah, we've got these units that can transform, but they barely do any damage. They don't have enough mechanics. So, like, sure, you get free turns where you can't die, but you basically don't do any damage to the bosses. Well, this is what happens when you actually do have a good giant form transformation, is you become the best unit in the game. That's what happens. Because you basically are cheesing these bosses that have insane attack stats, like Cell Max in this video, who can literally hit you for like 2 million, and Orange Piccolo doesn't care. You can beat on him for 2 million all day. Ignore those pop-ups, by the way. I'm commentating over pre-recording here, and I forgot to turn Do Not Disturb off, and I'm like, nobody's messaged me in a while, I'll probably be fine, and sure enough, my Discord decides to start going crazy right when I record, right? Of course. That being said, if you want to join my Discord, I can use that as a plug. I have my Discord in the description of all my videos. Very good for Dokkan team building and for Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. So if you're interested, feel free to hop in, right? But anyways, so these first, the first 2 phases of Cell Max, it's basically foreplay, right? Like, yep, we know we're going to beat him. He's very easy. It's just giving us time to build up a little bit and get our units ready. But really the main event is, sorry, I can't get over Piccolo. Like, so Piccolo against giant characters, so like Cell Max and like if you're going against Orange Piccolo in the Dokkan event, like, I don't know, that location of that special beam cannon, Piccolo is, he's a pretty nasty fighter, we'll just put it that way. Piccolo's a pretty nasty fighter right there. I posted that pic on my Twitter because I just thought it was hilarious. So anyways, we've already got Orange Piccolo ready to go. Obviously, we're not going to use him here. But this here, to me, this is like pretty much my god team build. The only thing that's different here, I've got Vegeta and Trunks. And I only run him because for this specific mission, you have to have full superhero. And Vegeta and Trunks is really good. I'm just using them kind of as a... I think I do put them on rotation, but they're just kind of like an oddball unit here because... the normal build I like to do is, instead of Vegeta and Trunks, I actually use the STR movie Piccolo, the one that links really well with Orange Piccolo. And this team, in my opinion, might be the best team in the game. You do a rotation with the Gammas, and they just obliterate. Now, right here, yeah, putting Trunks in slot 1, I think, is just fine, so that's what we do here. And then, yeah, my Gamma 1's just sitting there in the middle, kind of getting locked. But, of course, Cell Max decides to attack Vegeta and Trunks right away. Now, this is a part where we take a little bit of damage, 400k, but that's Vegeta and Trunks, and they haven't really built up that well, and they still tank Cell Max, and them having guard there is very good as well. So other than that, that's really the only scary thing that happens in this fight, and then basically what's going to happen is Orange Piccolo's just going to take over after this. Now, and here's the thing, this run was pretty, like, my RNG was pretty bad here, in that my Gammas were completely split up. I never really get them on rotation to, like, use them properly, right? So, and here's the thing, we're on turn 4 already, right? So, like, to get the mission, we have to beat it in the next turn, which at this point would seem impossible, right? Well, Orange Piccolo says, no, anything can be possible when you're the best unit in the game. So here's the thing. I end up with 2 Orange Piccolos. Now, here's one really cool thing that you can do. If you get locked and you have Orange Piccolo, you can go into giant form here, and you can now freely move your units around. So you can see that unit that was locked, I could switch that, and actually, because all that Orange Piccolo is doing here is he's masking over your units, so you can still control your rotations. So something that's another underrated thing about Orange Piccolo, there's going to be 2 more underrated things I'm going to talk about with Orange Piccolo here that people maybe haven't mentioned yet, is that one, if you get locked or debuffed, he basically can negate it, because you go into Orange Piccolo, those debuffs no longer exist, and you can freely move your characters around. So that's one really good thing, is you can essentially fix your rotation. The other thing that's really good about it is, remember how we said we're on turn 5, right? We entered this on turn 5. Well, notice that the turn countdown in the bottom left is grayed out. When you're in giant form, it does not affect your turn count. These are literally free turns. So what's going to happen is I ended up with both Piccolos on rotation. We could have basically, 4 to 6 turns that are just 100% free, as we just beat Cellmax up and just get free damage. This exemplifies why Orange Piccolo is the best unit in the game. We haven't even talked about how ridiculous he is if you get his hard passive off, where he's got to get hit 7 times and be under 30%. But if you get that off, even just that ultimate Piccolo is the best unit in the game. And even without it, he might be the best unit in the game, because his defense is like start of turn 1 million defense while doing 20 mil attack stats with 20% damage reduction. Like, this man is crazy. By the way, this Piccolo, so my Piccolo in this video is 79%. I may have done a few more summons off camera, and my Piccolo is now rainbowed. So I am going to do a rainbow showcase on Piccolo. It kind of seemed bad at first, because basically what you guys have seen if you've watched my summon videos, I did 2,000 stones and the tickets, and I got Piccolo to 79%. So that's 3 copies and 2,000 stones. Sure, that's alright. You know, it's not like fantastic luck, but it's not terrible luck either. I had a really bad spell where I did 1,000. So what it was I bought the rest of the sale stones off camera. I did another 1,000 stones and didn't get any orange Piccolos in that next 1,000. So then I was at 3,000 with 79%. Then I'm only averaging a Piccolo per 1,000 stones, and that's actually bad. But then, then I did a few more, and I did like another 300 stones and got the last 2 copies. So then that was like really fire at the end. So then my luck evened out. So in total, I did 3,300 stones in Rainbow Piccolo, which I think is actually pretty good. I would say that's you know, average to leaning good luck to get them in that many stones. So I would say overall I did fine. The crazy thing is like after rainbowing Piccolo, my pan is still only 69%. I was really unlucky with pan, but that's fine. Piccolo is the main prize. Now here's the thing. All right, so I think I can call this a no item run. I had a total brain fart there. Like, I came out and just for whatever reason used the Sensu Bean. I did not need the Sensu Bean, because I just go right into another orange Piccolo and we basically finish it off. So you can consider this a no item run. That Sensu Bean was 100,000,000% unnecessary, did not affect the fight. I actually thought about resetting after I pressed it, but I didn't feel like resetting. Because I pressed it, I'm like, oh, what am I doing? Why am I using... It was just like my gut instinct, like, oh, my life is low, I better use a Sensu Bean. But no, we have a second orange Piccolo, and he's just going to come in and finish this man off, and we're going to be good to go, right? So this Piccolo, like, he's almost a new level of power creep because of Orange Piccolo and how good he is. Like, you could almost put him on, like, the Orange Piccolo tier, like, even above the Vegeta and Trunks tier, right? Like, I could actually see that argument. Because here's the thing, I've already pre-recorded a couple of videos that I'm going to put up on my channel, going through the hardest red zone stages in the game, and they just seem like child's play. They, like, you can still get bad RNG and the wrong unit can get hit, right? Like, you can still very easily die, but Orange Piccolo just makes the entire game feel easy. It's what it does. So anyways, there you go, guys, and you're going to see we ended on turn 5. Those two the two Orange Piccolo things that we did there, you can see I got 3 missions there at the end, but completely, like, saved us for turn count. We got all the missions. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think of this Orange Piccolo. I think he's busted. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.